Hi, I'm Ronnie Weiss. I'm the Executive Director of Travel Unity, and I just wanted to run through a few different ways that you as an organization can get involved with Travel Unity. So, um, we have our Travel Unity Alliance, which is our mechanism for getting different organizations and individuals who are serious about DEI to take part, meet with one another, uh, gain access to resources, etc. So we have a monthly membership meeting where we have guest speakers. Uh, Alliance members also, we look forward to working with them on creating webinars and then for you to join those. And overall, being a part of the Alliance is a great way for us to connect and put word out about some of the great things that you're doing around diversity, equity, and inclusion, and letting us know where you might need support so we can connect you with folks, provide case studies, etc. We have events, so attending those or working with us to run those events is another way to work with us, and I'll go into more detail on that in a second. Services, which is our consulting work, and then we have our certifications. So overall, when it comes to our relationships with organizations, our biggest resource are our DEI standards for travel and tourism. So these are publicly available on our website, and they run through the three pillars of management and workforce, visitorship, and community impact. So once again, for members and to whatever extent through our webinars and other mechanisms of education, everything we're trying to do is helping folks align with best practices around these. So in that regard, to get people to align with them, we have our organizational certification. So the point of this certification is for a visitor-facing organization, which is who those standards are for, how they can demonstrate that they're aligning with those standards. So this is Travel Unity working with you to make sure you've hit the mark on those. So it's not just that you pay and you're done, but we have a robust reviewing process and there's a recertification process. So within that, you can then demonstrate that you have aligned with those standards. For organizations that might need more to figure out a plan to get there, our leadership level certification, CDTP, helps leadership create the plan that once it gets implemented can potentially lead you to that alignment with those standards. So the way CDTP works is we have live virtual sessions. You do create a comprehensive DEI plan. You do a presentation of that plan. We vet that plan, and then once you've completed the program, you are now a CDTP, a Certified Diversity Travel Professional, which you can then attach to your name. So it's another benefit of this to demonstrate that you've gained this skill set. Our next cohort, if you're watching this in 2022 prior to November 2nd, is November 2nd. So you can apply to that and join the cohort. We also have a baseline certification. So if you're looking to train frontline folks, entry level people about the travel industry overall for workforce development purposes, and for them to learn about the travel industry and gain insights in that, and to learn more about DEI and how it fits within it, that's another program that we have. On the services side, we have our trainings and workshops. We do audits and facilitated dialogues. So being an in-between for a visitor-facing organization and various communities. Our workshops, DEI 100 is a lot of terminology and also an opportunity for folks who might be new to this to ask questions. Identity and bias, we dig into unconscious and implicit bias and the idea that we have various identities that we go through life with. Navigating difficult conversations in diverse workplaces is about how we can collaborate with our workers and bring more of ourselves to work. And overall, hearing from people who are from different underrepresented groups is another way that we facilitate discussions so you can learn more about what those challenges might be. When we're working with organizations through our services, our consulting work, there's really two components to it. One is we want the individuals in the organization to have a DEI mindset in this work. So, what does that mean? That means that you're thinking about things from the perspective of others. Um, on the other side, it's not enough just to understand these different groups. You also need to codify it and have an institutional memory, because otherwise, what happens when these great people who understand all of this leave? It needs to be something that goes into the day-to-day operations as well. So whenever we're working with organizations, we're trying to impart both of those things. Our main consulting work is under this guided by Travel Unity, of which there are 6 phases that start with really digging into, do the people within your organization value DEI? Do they think that you value DEI as an organization? Where do they want to see things going? Because you can't focus on the visitors until you make sure that the people working there are heard. And then it keeps going out from there, where we start talking about stakeholders and the visitor experience. While it gets touched on in certain ways in the early stages and phases, it doesn't really come out fully until phase 4. So it's a very successive, iterative process where we're working on education, aligning with the standards, and really building out to by time you're at the end of this, you're now approaching it from a place where you are a leader within your community and network, and how do you then make that bigger impact? When in regard to events, obviously attending and sponsoring is a way to engage, but beyond that, being a host of a regional summit. So right now we have Northeast and Southeast summits. We've talked to folks about Midwest, West, Rocky Mountains, and even Caribbean and other parts of the world. Until we have something locked down, you are more than welcome to talk to us about hosting a regional summit. We do not have a Northeast hosting sponsor yet for 2023, and we still haven't set anything in stone for Southeast for 2024 yet. Forums are another way for us to approach things. The idea of regional summits is that they're bringing a region together, whereas a forum can be more focused on a locality. So for a place that's really ready to dig in and bring in different aspects beyond just their industry, their travel industry, but economic development people, local communities, etc., Travel Unity can come in and help facilitate that. So you can invite folks who are from other places, but it doesn't necessarily need to be the focus in the same way that the regional summits are meant to bring folks in that way. And another benefit of a forum is with the regional summits, we're not going to do more than one Northeast or Southeast per year, but a forum can happen that's in the same region in the same year as a regional summit. As a reminder, we have our Northeast Summit coming up in the Finger Lakes, December 8th and 9th of 2022, and our Southeast 2023 will be in Lake Charles, Louisiana in March 28, 29. So definitely sponsoring, attending, and potentially speaking. If you have case studies, you can reach out to me, Ronnie, RONI, at travelunity.org. And with that, thank you very much for watching.